Yo ho ho on a bottle of rum. Another episode of Puzzle Pirates. Now, yes, I said that I wasn't going to do another episode of this, but I figured that there was a couple other things that I wanted to show you that I actually got better at on my pirate Lucienne. But I'm going to do it on Ivani because she can use the experience. There's basically 3 other puzzles that I haven't showed you because I wasn't really good at them. I'm still not really good at the third one, but I want to show you gunning, and I want to show you duty navigation. So I'm gonna start with gunning, and my captain just says welcome back. So I'm gonna say thanks. So we're gonna gun real fast. We're just gonna do. I'll show you what it is. I'm not gonna stick with it for too long because I don't want this video to go forever. So you have these things here. You got water buckets. You got bags of dynamite, balls, and cloth. So in the order of what you want to order these things is powder, cloth, ball. And the water comes in handy if you fuck up and you load it wrong, which you will, or it's dirty. So after you load it, they'll shoot it, usually, and you need that to clean out your cannon. So you use your arrow keys, up, down, left, right, to move this directional arrow thing, and that will point the thing in the right direction. So to get these things to move in the direction that you want them to, you have to move them yourself. But you don't want the wrong thing to go into your cannon, because that's a bad thing. That will take up time. And time is precious when especially you're doing this on a pillage, and you don't want your crew, whoever's in charge of battle navigation, to be like, come on, give me some fucking cannon, balls already, because they need that to shoot with. When you're on a pillage and you're gunning for them, they need the ammo like as fast as possible. So those who do this better, do it in pillages. I just do it for the Navy for the experience, because the longer that you work at something, the more experience that you get for it. And if you do really good, then that also, puts your standing at, decent. So those are all 4 loaded, and that's gunning. And there's not much else to it. In order to clean this out, you just put a bucket of water in it, and it'll clear it out. You can put some stuff into it, but you can't, use it until it's clean. So, that's gunning. There isn't anything else to it. The thing does speed up when you get, further along. If you're doing it as a long term, like somebody's battle navigating, it will get faster at that point. But as far as I know, this won't get faster. I think it gets faster if you just keep doing it, but I don't stick with it that long. So we're going to abandon this duty. I'm going to go back home, and then we're going to hit the other one that I wanted to show you, which is duty navigation. So like I said, there's duty navigation, which is just called navigating, and then there's battle navigation. They call it DNav because it's short for duty navigation. And all it does, I didn't want to do that one. Basically what it does, it has 3 rings and stars. It's like it's a sextant, essentially. And there are slots to fill in that you have to rotate them around to where they fit. And the faster you can do that, and more as efficient as you can get, then it will have this thing in the upper right corner just go crazy. Now, battle navigation, I won't show you just yet. I'll show you in another episode because there's some other stuff that I can show you. There's also foraging, which I can show you later. That shows you basically. I might be able to squeeze it in. Battle navigation isn't really that exciting. I don't do it well, so I don't really want to do it and embarrass myself. But I'm pretty good at foraging. So if I can, so basically, if I can get this in really fast or show you this real fast, I'll try to fit it in if I can. But basically, you have your thing going around in circles, and you use the up and down arrows to change the ring that you're on, and left and right will rotate. So basically, you want to fill in that colored circle right there with the appropriate star. So if you were in, kindergarten or whatever, or even as a child, you had one of those blocks that had like the circle, the square, and the triangle, and you had to fit in the appropriate blocks. It's basically like that. So if you can do that fast, fill them up and get them out fast, then that thing up in the upper right corner will go more and more crazy. But then you'll get a problem like this, to where it doesn't match up. So you have to clear out a spot for it, which basically just means you have to get the space. And if you don't have the space for it, then you'll booch. And you don't want to booch. Because if you're doing this on an actual pillage, as opposed to doing it as like just for the Navy, because the Navy won't turn around. The Navy will just say, "Oh, good try." But if you're actually doing this in a pillage and you fuck up, you will get like yelled at, basically, because if you booch this, like, if the whole puzzle's filled up and you can't get any more in, and you let them touch one, like this, if you go like this, I'll just booch for you. If you fill it up to where, like this, there's a spot there, like, if you do it like this, there's a spot there, but if you get it to where there's no room, you booch it. And it will refresh your puzzle. But what it will do, if you're actually on a pillage, is it'll turn you around and, like, about face and turn you in the wrong direction. So people are going to get pretty pissed off at that if you fuck up too much. So you don't want to booch. So you gotta watch yourself. This doesn't get any faster that I'm aware of. It's just a matter of moving pieces around so things fit correctly. Otherwise, I think it's just this over and over. So now that you've seen this, I'll go ahead and finish out this track. I won't leave midway because I don't like gunning, but it's a thing that you should practice. I mean, some people love gunning and they're really, really good at it, and it takes a lot of practice. I just don't like it. So, I mean, like, the captain that I have on this, she's like super good, Diamond. She's like, she can rack them balls like nobody's business, and it's like kind of, not makes me jealous, just kind of, well, it doesn't. I mean, it's not really something that I really want to know. I mean, it comes in handy if you're like the only person, that can do it, and there's, I mean, there's always going to be somebody that knows how to do it better than you, but, just in case, it's good to know if you ever want to play this game. So yeah, it's fun, and it's like, all the different puzzles are different, it's like, each one, it kind of represents a different kind of, certain kind of puzzle. Like, there's ones that are like Tetris, ones that are like, Bust a Move, ones that are like, some other type of puzzles out there. So it's like, there's something for everyone. So if that's like the one type of puzzle that you like, and then you can just stick with that essentially for the rest of your puzzle pirate days. But to be diverse, to be able to do a lot of things, I mean, essentially you have to learn how to do different puzzles if you want to. Fuck. Gonna pooch it? Okay, good. Whew. But I just fucked that part up. Damn it. Oh well. I'm not really terribly good at. I mean, I get good at this at certain points. Like I could just fly through this thing, and it's great. But there's other times that it's just like really a pain in the ass to do because it just gets harder. And if you don't have the pieces in the right area, then you have to go through and like fix it to where you can move them, and if you don't, then it's just a bunch of things. So that's gonna be duty navigation. Now I'm gonna see if I can get hired on to do some go to the notice board, see if I can get hired on to do some foraging. And they pay you for each thing that you put out. Mangoes is 10, pomegranates is 50, and this is gold. Gems 100, and gold nuggets is 300. This is the only one that's foraging right now, and I don't know if they're going to. Okay, there we go. If they were going to let me do it or not. Okay. So, when ships do the foraging, they, put themselves into an island like this. This is Emerald Ocarina. Would you like to bring up this puzzle, please? Or the ship, or whatever? I don't know why, for some reason, like, this game does not want to cooperate. For some reason. Puzzle Pirates has been kind of crappy. Earlier, it was like giving me problems, and for right now, it's giving me problems. So we might not be able to, let me try logging out. And try logging back in again. Maybe that will help. Try this again. Because I really want to show you foraging. I don't know if they'll hire me again right after or not. If not, we'll pop onto Lucian and try. I don't think they're gonna let me do it again. Because I was here and then I left. The only bad thing is that they don't let you switch pirates without signing off. And you have to sign in again. Or you can just go back to this screen and so now we're on Lucian, so let's see if they'll let me do it on here. We'll do a short burst. Because when you have your badge to forage, you only have so much like time to do jobs. So you can't just consistently do it. You have to actually, the labor badge has hours set into it. So if you do foraging, it will do your forage for a little bit, and then it'll say you use the rest of your, foraging badge or your labor badge to do this, and then you have to wait, and they're not gonna hire me. So I'm gonna go ahead and log off. And in this episode here, also, if you notice, there's a picture of a fox. Now, you've seen the new channel art because you would have had to click on to the channel in order to see it. I spent the rest of the earlier part of today making this art for my channel. Because I wanted something different. The one that I had there was just a placeholder because I didn't have anything there. So I thought it would be nice to like actually have a decent looking banner for my channel. So I went ahead and drew a fox, because that's what a kitsune is a fox. So I drew that for my channel, and hopefully you enjoy the picture or the artwork that I did. Also, I wanted to say, like, this will probably be one of the last episodes. I mean, I might do another one or a live stream, like I said, a Puzzle Pirates, but it probably will be a silent live stream, because the only way that I can live stream long periods of time is during the day, but I have to have the sound off, because I sit here in the living room during the day and I get called back and forth, so I'll probably be up and down a lot. So that's why. But the reason why is because I usually have a TV here, and I can't have the sound on when the TV is playing because copyright, commercials, and music and stuff like that. So it'll be a silent thing, but if usually it just automatically uploads to YouTube. If I do a live stream on YouTube, I haven't really figured out Twitch yet. But I like the YouTube one because after the live stream is over, it just automatically uploads your thing. So that's good. But I'll have to add some music or something to it, so that way if it's silent, you actually have something to like listen to while you're, some royalty-free music. Also, as you can see, the ocean that I am on is called the Meridian Ocean. There is another ocean out there. There is the Emerald Ocean. There's the Subscriber Ocean, which is for people who want to pay to play it. But there's the Emerald Ocean that is, the Emerald is totally different than the Meridian. So if you want to play with me exclusively, I usually only play on the two pirates, Ivani and Lucian. I don't get on Crystal Sea because that was just somebody that I was going to make for the channel, but it's better to show somebody who has stats and knows how to play the puzzles, to show you different things, because I have the badges and stuff on them already that I need. But if you want to play with me, go to puzzlepirates.com. You have the option of playing either in the browser or on the desktop. You can do either one. And I'm on the Meridian Ocean. Look for, if you see Ivani or Lucian, give me a hearty request. You'll start out as a greenie, but I can show you the ropes if you need some help. Point you in the right direction, because I'm also a greeter. Those are people who help greenies, which are people with green, because your name starts out green when you're first new to the game, and then as you play, it slowly turns from green to yellow. So greenies are referred to as noobs or new people. So if you want to play with me and you enjoy the game and you want to play, go on to the Meridian Ocean, because if you go on to the Emerald Ocean, you won't find me because I'm not on there. So that's that. Also, hope you enjoyed the art for the channel that I made. I changed it to go onto Twitter also. But also be sure to follow me on Twitter, because I got some more followers, so I'm going to start making posts, when more people start subscribing or following me. And more people who subscribe, check me out on Twitter, because I will start posting stuff there, pictures and things like that. Also, Pookers is here, and he says hi. Say hi, Pookers. I think you've already seen Pookers, but so here's Pookers again, and yeah, okay. So I'm going to end the video here, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. Give it a like, and share it with your friends, it'll help out a lot. Also, down here, leave comments, and, if you have any questions or anything about Puzzle Pirates, let me know, and I'll try to answer. I'll look it up, or just my vast knowledge of the Puzzle Pirates will, help answer your questions. If you don't have any questions, just leave comments, or anything relatively, like if you play the game, tell me your pirate name, and maybe we can find each other. So anyway, I'm going to end the video. It's been 20 minutes. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.